another great video. So today I am here with my review side of Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover.
By Colleen Hoover, not Colin Hoover. I don't even know how I got or how I ended up saying that.
I did a book vlog side and I also have my review side. So I'm splitting this video. I'm doing a spoiler version and a non-spoiler version. So for the non-spoiler side, this book is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. It is about a young woman named Tate, and she's in school and she is a nurse, and she just broke up with her recent boyfriend, and she's decided that she wants to move in with her brother Corbin, who lives in San Francisco, and she's from San Diego. She comes in and her brother's a pilot, and then we get into this whole situation, how she meets this guy named Miles, and how they get into a relationship, but a relationship that's more as just towards attraction and a very intimate relationship, but not having anything connected to a relationship. It's in multiple point of views. So we have one point of view, which is Tate's, and then we have another point of view, which is Miles. But Tate's one is in the present time, and Miles is from 6 years ago. So you kind of get an idea on where he's coming from, and you learn a lot about him and a relation that he had with another person, which they explain it. And now looking at the cover, it all makes sense. And essentially the main story being the true telling of love and the ugliness that love could be, and it's just so good and so funny. And so yeah, so that's mainly the plot. The characters, Tate, I really did enjoy Tate later on. I feel like starting it off and how it was going, I really didn't like Tate in a way, but I think it was just mainly because she just confused me, and her story really did confuse me. But when things get even deeper, it really did hit, and I was like, dang, I really now understand Tate. I did really like Tate. Tate was good near the end for me. So with Miles, I will admit, I know that technically the story starts off with Tate, but I do feel like this is a Miles-led story, because really this is Miles' story. It's just we see it in Tate's perspective. I feel like you really don't understand that until maybe chapter 5, and that's not even a specific chapter. It's how I can think about the right time. And I also loved Ian, and Ian is Miles' best friend since childhood. Tate's brother Corbin, who she moves in with, he's very funny, and the thing is that they're all kind of friends. Got about one character. I don't think it's a spoiler if I name this character. So there's Rachel, and Rachel is actually Miles' love interest from 6 years prior, where a lot of things happen between them, and you realize that Rachel is a very prominent person on Miles' side, and is mainly the main cause of a lot of reasons or why he has the feelings that he has. You really do get to understand him eventually. Still very poopy of him for some of the things he's done. Definitely loved it. There were some chapters where it felt very long, and I felt like I wanted to get more of Miles' point of view, because Miles' stories were always maybe 2 pages, 3 pages long, while Tate's would be 5 at some points, and I'm just oh, can we get back to Miles, please? Other than that, very much enjoyed this book. I definitely give this one at least a 4.1. Probably don't think I'm going to read it again anytime soon, only because it's traumatized me. Thank you, Colleen Hoover. I do recommend you all read this book because it is so good. So welcome to the spoiler review. So we are going in on this book now. So I had so many notes on what I want to talk about, but I'm actually just gonna go off on a tangent and try and remember as I go along. I really didn't like Dustin. I think you're not meant to like Dustin. Dustin is the one who was very disgusting towards them, well, mainly towards any woman while he was married, which is very ugh. I did think their meet cute in the beginning was pretty cute, and even though he was drunk and she kind of had his hand, I thought it was perfect. It really establishes their relationship, because I think that he did love Tate from the beginning, but didn't want to admit to it because of what he's gone through. The thing is, no one really likes Miles, which is weird, and but I do understand that. But I feel like I understood Miles more than most people, because if you went through what he went through, it's kind of just weird. But I also will talk about him first meeting Rachel was kind of creepy, when he was oh, he's gonna marry me, I'm gonna marry her, she's gonna have my baby, she's gonna have my children. I did like their relationship, which is so bad, because I really did like Miles and Rachel's relationship despite everything that happened. And I feel it felt very much like Life with Derek, which was kind of weird, and how everyone would ship Casey with Derek, yeah, but I really was okay with this one, I'm not gonna lie. But I did enjoy it a lot, and it's like, as you're reading, I thought I was getting into like she leaves her, they lose the baby, like she miscarries or something, because it's like he doesn't have a kid right now, so something definitely happened to the kid, or like she left. But then when you find out that they crash and end up in like a lake and the baby drowns, and then I looked at the book and then the cover made sense. It's like Colleen really was pulled out of her bag. Like, girl, Colleen, Miss Girl. Like, what the heck was that type of thing? But I feel like that was like one of the best twists I've had in a while, so I will have to admit it was very good. So good job, Colleen. Well done, Queen. And what else was there? There's so much I can talk about. The scene where Corbin catches them, oh my gosh, I flipped out. Like, that scene was intense, and it was like, do you love her? And he says no. Or when like Tate said, I know you love me, please just admit to it. When she said, oh, did you miss me? And he was like, you can't be like that. And then she was like, but we're friends. And he's like, we were never friends. And I'm just like, this energy, put it right there, because that's not needed right now. When he ended up going to see Rachel and met Rachel's new baby, I feel like he needed that to like really heal and just talk to Rachel about it. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like that scene was just that was wild, I'm not gonna lie. And I did not see that we would have a Rachel POV. Like, that I think is what like really shook me, was that it was having a Rachel POV. And then I do find it weird that he felt that was the only way he can get over the whole situation, is having to talk to Rachel and like get permission from her essentially, which I do get. Bless you! You're welcome! Which I do understand, that's like how some people do cope and heal from the whole situation, and that's okay. I'm just glad that after that he was able to fully give himself to Tate, and it was so sweet. And then they got married, and then the way he proposed was so cute. Like, it was like you always asked about the sunset, because it's like, and then he proposed, it was so cute. I can't talk about this on YouTube, but those scenes were spicy. Like, Colleen, if she knows anything, she is so funny with that. I apologize if you are my mother or any family members watching this. Colleen knows how to write a good spicy scene. Like, that was just perfect. Yeah, then they got married, and the way then that Corbin then said, you're the only one that ever like was good enough to my standards. I was like, shut up, Corbin. And then they had a baby. He was happy each step of the way. Like, when she found out she was pregnant, at the baby shower, like all that. Like, he was happy, but he didn't want to get too excited because of what happened with Clayton. And then when he saw the baby and he fell in love with her, and saying that she looked just like him, it was just so good. And then it was a thing where, what was it? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, when he went to go see Rachel, and he was basically like, he saw the baby and he goes, you gave him a sister. Ah! Again, it's in that moment I feel like he needed to heal, and it was perfect. And just, oh, I love it. And I don't think I'm gonna be reading a Colleen novel anytime soon, because I think the next one that I'm gonna read is Variety. I really want to read that one, because everyone was talking about how much that was a roller coaster, and I really want to read it, but I don't own it yet, so right now I just have maybe someday. But I think I want to read Rarity next, but later on. So next I do have another book that I am excited to read, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. But yeah, that was my review on Colleen Hoover's Ugly Love. If you all enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to follow along for my other reviews, vlogs, or challenges, or just talking about life, go ahead and press the happy subscribe button. If you want to see the behind the scenes on my life, go ahead, my social medias will be posted right up here. I'm very active on Instagram and on Twitter, so definitely go ahead and follow me over there. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next brand new video. Bye!